Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Dr. Mike Fleischer with the Turnkey Financial Group, and our webinar today is how to build your business credit for your company EIN that is not linked to your Social Security number, not linked to you personally or your personal credit. Just a little bit about me to get started here. I've been a chiropractic physician for well over 30 years by trade. Now I'm semi-retired. But why am I uniquely qualified to speak about business credit and funding? Well, it's been years and years in practice as a chiropractic physician, businessman, business entrepreneur, and it has humbly offered me a wealth of information that's led me to one simple conclusion, and that is tools and guidance are required to navigate the world of business, business credit, business funding, and for that matter, personal credit and personal funding. As a turnkey financial group consultant now, I offer this very guidance that can make it easier for you. And most of the services that we offer in our packages reflect the work that we've done over many years in learning the secrets to building excellent profiles. The positive outcome is always the same. It remains the acquisition of capital. That's what we're all looking for as we build our businesses or further expand our businesses, or for that matter, start a new business. So, business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. I'm going to get very basic here and then go a little bit deeper, but I want you to understand some very important points, and I will highlight those points as we move through the webinar. With business credit, your business builds its own credit profile and credit score. With an established credit profile and score, your business will then qualify for business credit. Okay, this credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's. In fact, it is separate from your personal credit. Since the business qualifies for the credit, in some cases and in many cases, there is no personal credit check required from the business owner to be able to get the trade lines or the funding for their business. The business can use its credit to qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Clubs, Costco, BP, Walmart, even MasterCard, Visa, and Amex are available to you. The business can also qualify for credit lines and loans. A credit profile can be built for a business that is completely separate from the business owner's personal credit profile. And I'm slowing my language in the reading here because this is the key point. Separating personal and business finances is always a good idea. Separating business credit from personal credit to obtain business funding is crucial. That then suggests that you personally and none of your assets would be approachable should anything go upside down with your business. This gives business owners double the borrowing power, as now you have both personal and business credit profiles built, assuming your personal credit profile is also very excellent, which I would suggest it's not necessary for obtaining business credit, but if you have good personal credit, it's a great help. And we'll be discussing that in future webinars and maybe even touch on that later in this webinar. What are some of the business credit benefits? Business credit scores are based only on whether your business pays its bills on time. And you as a business owner can obtain credit much faster using your business credit profile versus your personal credit profile. There are 5 basic factors for creating excellent personal credit scores. Most of you are probably familiar with these categories or factors. Payment history is important. Utilization, and utilization means if you have a credit limit, let's say it's $1,000, you don't want to be using any more than 30% of that $1,000 on a monthly basis. So it's very limiting in that capacity as well. And we'll probably touch on that a little bit later again. Length of your credit history accounts for 15%, accumulation of new credit, and your credit mix. Dun & Bradstreet's business paydex score is the score most important when it comes to whether a lender is presuming your business credit is good or not. They will look at your Dun & Bradstreet paydex score as different from your personal credit score. They will be looking at your paydex score. And as you see, Dun & Bradstreet's business paydex score is, they give it different values. In essence, if your payment is prompt, even if it's early, you do even better. But your score is higher, the better you are with your payment history. That's the easiest thing to remember here. Now, what are some benefits? Approval limits are much higher on business accounts versus personal accounts. Your credit limits will be much higher. And per the Small Business Administration, the SBA, credit limits on business cards are usually 10 to 100 times higher than consumer credit. And I can vouch for that. And I'm going to give you a few examples here. You can see here, for example, with City Business, you're getting $15,000 as a credit limit. Now, this is based on the fact that they're looking at your business credit profile. All right? You're getting $22,000 here with Chase. Okay? There's another example. $10,000 with Chase. Another example. And another example. $7,000. When done correctly, business credit can be built without a personal credit check. And this is why instruction, organization, and sequencing of how you do things in your acquisition of business credit becomes even more important. So you will not affect your personal credit while you're building your business credit. Business credit can quickly be obtained regardless of your personal credit status. And there is no personal credit reporting of business accounts. Most business credit can be obtained without you taking on personal liability or a personal guarantee, as I mentioned earlier. This means in case of default, your business, your personal assets cannot be pursued. This is the key point I'm trying to make for all of you. Many of you may already know this, but it is a key point and a distinction you need to make for yourself with regard to business and personal credit. When you as a business owner apply for financing, your business credit is reviewed, not your personal credit. Not having business credit established will get you declined for financing. It's very important to have your business credit established if you have a legitimate business. There are no regulations that require the lenders to notify you, the business owner, of their reason for the denial. So most of us never even know that we've been denied for our business credit. Anyone can pull your business credit reports without your permission. Clients, prospects, potential buyers, even competitors can see your business information. This means they can see your payment history, high credit limits, employees and revenue, past payment performance, and much more. That's a good thing, though. This transparency leads to a credit profile that is substantial, is solid, and allows lenders to make no assumptions, but instead perceive you as a legitimate business person. Almost any business can get business credit as long as you have an EIN number and you've set up an entity. You don't need collateral. You don't need financials. You can be a startup. You just need to know the proper building steps. This is what we can provide in an organized, sequential manner. It makes it easy for you to do it for yourself. All highly successful businesses have business credit. It's kind of like a rite of passage to ever reach true success. If you have business credit as separate from personal credit, you have your assets protected in that way, you've reached home. And here are some examples. This is Mars Incorporated. They have 22 lines of credit. Obviously, this is Dell Incorporated at 83. Now, these are massive businesses, of course, with massive numbers of trade lines. But I'm just showing you, when you've reached this level of success in business, you'll have plenty of trade lines. Publix, here's another one, Publix, another one, Pilot Travel, and the last one being Walmart with 513 trade lines. Just examples of highly successful businesses that have lots of trade lines. The beautiful thing is you don't have to be as large as these companies, yet you as a business owner with an EIN number can establish a business credit profile with the ultimate goal of capital acquisition. So how do we build credit for your EIN that is not linked to your Social Security number? A business starts building a brand new credit profile, much the same as you did as a consumer. The business starts with no credit profile, just as it was for your personal credit. The business gets approved for new credit that reports to the business credit reporting agencies. The business uses the credit and pays the bills timely. A positive business credit profile is now established. And as your business continues to using this credit, your business credit, and pays the bills timely, it will qualify for even higher limits. The perception, and this is what I was talking about just a moment earlier, the perception lenders, vendors, and creditors have of your business is critical to your ability to build strong business credit. Before applying for business credit, a business must ensure it meets or exceeds all lender credibility standards. Credibility. Remember the 3 C's: credibility, collateral, or cash flow. Here, we're solely speaking about credibility and the perception that lenders, vendors, and creditors will have of you after you've done or taken the time to do the steps required to build a legitimate business profile with business credit. There are over 20 credibility points that are necessary for a business to have a strong, credible foundation. It's very important that you use your exact business legal name. Your full business name should include any recorded DBA filings you will be using. Ensure that your business name is exactly the same on your corporate papers, any licenses, and any bank statements you have. You can build your business credit with almost any corporate entity type. If you truly want to separate business credit from personal credit, your business must be a separate legal entity and not a sole proprietor or partnership. Unless you have a separate business entity, you might be doing business, but you are not truly a business. You need to be a corporation or an LLC in order to separate personal from business. Whether you have employees or not, your business entity must have a federal tax ID number. And just like you have a Social Security number, your business has an EIN number or Employment Identification Number. That's something you get from the IRS. Your tax ID number is used to open your bank account and to build your business credit profile, not your Social Security number. Take the time to verify that all the agencies, banks, and trade credit vendors have your business listed with the same tax ID number. It's very important. Congruency is very important on all of your paperwork. Your business address must be a real brick and mortar building. A deliverable physical address cannot be a home address, cannot be a P.O. box, and cannot be a UPS address. And we'll give you some other options, however, as we move into your using our services, should you choose to do so. Some lenders will not approve funding unless this criteria is met. All right, business address solutions. There are a number of business address solutions. You can simply have an address only, receive mail and packages at that dedicated business address. You can have a virtual office, or you can have a true office. And there are a number of there's a lot of flexibility here in a number of things. These are your primary choices. And again, we'll detail all of that and organize all of this for you so that you can do it efficiently. 411. You must have a dedicated business phone number that is listed with the 411 directory assistance under the business name. Lenders, vendors, creditors, and even insurance providers will verify that your business is listed with 411. A toll-free number will give your business credibility, but you must have a local business number for the listing with 411 directory assistance. Lenders perceive 800 number or toll-free phone numbers as a sign of business credibility. Even if you're a single owner with home-based business, and you can be, and still get business credit, a toll-free number provides the perception that you are an even bigger company. It's an incredibly easy and inexpensive to set up a local phone number or virtual local phone number or a toll-free 800 number. A cell or home phone number as your main business line could get you flagged as an unestablished business that is too high of a risk. Don't give a personal cell phone or residential phone as the business phone number. You can forward a virtual number to any cell or landline phone number. It's real simple. Fax numbers. Lenders perceive a credible business as one with a fax number. As a business, you will need a fax number to receive important documents. You will also need it to fax in some of your credit applications. All right. Lenders perceive a credible business as one with a fax number. Okay. Websites. Credit providers will research your company on the internet. Trust me, they will. And it is best if they learned everything directly from your company website. Not having a company website will severely hurt your chances of obtaining business credit. There are many places online that offer affordable business websites, so you can have an internet presence that displays an overview of your company's services and contact information. That is where you want lenders, vendors, creditors to get information directly from you. And most websites that are built for businesses obviously will have an overview of your company's services and contact information. Email. It's important to get a company email address for your business. It's not only professional, but greatly helps your chances of getting the thumbs up from a credit provider. Setting up a business email address is just too easy and inexpensive to neglect. I'll show you how to do it here. Just avoid using free email services like Yahoo and Hotmail and Gmail. There's nothing worse than credit providers seeing an email address like this. partychick2015 yahoo.com. I mean, that's a silly email address anyway, but you understand. Don't have those addresses. They should look like this instead. The email address should be yourcompany.com. A great example is support@yourcompany.com or info@yourcompany.com or your name at yourcompany.com. These are examples of the kinds of email addresses you will want to have established. Your business banking history is vital to your future success of being able to secure larger business loans. The date you open your business bank account is the day that lenders consider your business to have started. I know this. I've made the mistake of changing my business names, and it causes lots of trouble because if you're changing your business name too often, then you're not building a business credit for a specific business, and you're changing bank account names, and that causes problems. Don't do that. So if you incorporated your business 10 years ago, but you just opened the business account yesterday, then your business started yesterday. So just to give you an example, the longer your business banking history, the better your borrowing potential will be, obviously. Having a high account balance is essential in obtaining an excellent bank rating. Having a good bank rating is essential for loan approval down the road. That's the goal here ultimately. Try to keep a bank balance of $10,000 or higher for a 5-bank rating to really get the best rating, basically, is what we're saying. One of the most common mistakes when building your credit for your company is not matching business addresses on your business licenses. Even worse, it's not having the required licenses for your type of business to operate legally. So, you will need to contact the state you're in, county, and city government offices to see if there are any required licenses and permits to operate your type of business. State business filings need to be listed correctly. County license or permit filings should be listed correctly. City license or permit filings listed correctly. IRS filings listed correctly. Take the time to verify that the main agencies, state, IRS, bank, and 411 National Directory have your business listed the same way and with your exact legal name. Also, take the time to ensure every bill you get, your power bill, your phone bill, your rent, has the business name listed correctly and comes to the business address. obtaining business credit reports. Now, we don't have to go too deep here, but you can obtain your your credit reports. They're offered by the 3 primary business credit reporting agencies, them being Experian, Equifax, Dun & Bradstreet. You'll first want to get a copy of your business credit reports to see what is being reported. This takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, but it can happen within 90 days. Experian, you can go to the smartbusinessreports.com and get a copy of your Smart Business Reports, usually about this amount of money. This is not money you need to spend. You'll not spend any of this money when and if you choose to work with us in organizing your do-it-yourself plan for acquiring business credit. Find out how many trade lines are reporting, see if you have a business credit score assigned, see if you have an active Experian business profile, and check on recent inquiries. With Equifax, you can purchase a copy of your Equifax Small Business Credit Report. Again, I wouldn't suggest doing it this way, but you can. It typically takes more time to create a file with Equifax Small Business than DNB and Experian, just for you to know. This is why it's important to apply with the credit providers who report to Equifax. This is an important key point. I want to highlight this point here, because when you're staying organized and efficient about acquiring business credit, there's a very specific way that you do that as you build through various tiers of credit, of vendors and creditors. So we'll get into that. This is $99 if you pay for it through Equifax. I don't necessarily recommend that at all. Dun & Bradstreet, obtaining a Dun & Bradstreet number begins the process of building your business credit profile with them. If you've been in business for any amount of time, you will have already been provided a number with Dun & Bradstreet. Your Dun & Bradstreet number will also play an important role in enabling your business to borrow without a personal guarantor. And DNB.com is where you can go. DNB will roll, excuse the typo there, DNB will roll this into a package and charge you a great deal of money. All of this is almost cost-free when you work with us. Okay. You can also enroll for the DNB iSelf-Monitor to monitor your credit during the building process. And a subscription for DNB self-monitoring costs about that much. Again, we'll be able to save you that money. A business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is, with small credit cards. The business can be approved for small credit cards to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial cards in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit. A vendor line of credit is when a company extends a line of credit to your business on a net 15, 30, 60, or 90-day terms. This means that you can purchase their products or services up to a maximum dollar amount, and you have 15, 30, 60, or 90 days to pay the bill in full. So if you're set up on net 30 terms and we're to purchase $300 worth of goods today, then that $300 is due within the next 30 days. Pay your bills. You can get the products and services for your business needs and defer the payment on those for 30 days, thereby easing cash flow just a bit. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing. These vendor accounts, or Tier 1 accounts, are extremely important in the building process. Remember, I mentioned it goes from Tier 1 through Tier 8 as you acquire trade lines for business credit. Here are some vendors who will approve you for initial credit, even if you have none now. Laughlin and Associates, Quill, Reliable, Uline, more. Always apply first without using your Social Security number. There's no reason to use your Social Security number. Some vendors will request it, and some will even tell you on the phone they need it to have it, but submit first without it. And in most instances, there will be no need for it. We'll teach you how to do that. When your first net 30 account reports, when your first net 30 account reports your trade line to Dun & Bradstreet, the Dun system will automatically activate your file if it isn't already. This is also true for Experian and Equifax. Let me translate that since I stumbled there a bit. When you have vendor accounts, when you have your first 5, let's say to 7 vendor accounts. You'll want to have, we'll guide you towards those accounts that will file quickly. And we want you to know where they're filing to, whether it's Experian, Equifax, and Dun & Bradstreet, or two of them or one of them. You'll know that. You'll be in control of that. And within 90 days now, your report will form itself by the fact that these vendors will be reporting to these business credit reporting agencies. You need to have a total of at least 5 net 30-day pay accounts reporting. Some vendors require an initial prepaid order before they can approve your business for terms. I'll talk about that in just a second. Your vendors do not necessarily have to serve 100% of your business needs. In other words, you can have accounts like you'll see here shortly where you can actually satisfy many of your household needs, but they will still count as business credit. You'll be transferring some of your household spend to some of your business spend, but you'll be doing it legally, and you'll be doing it the way it needs to be done in order to build a credit profile, a business credit profile. Okay? So pay your net 30 vendor accounts in full and on time. You must be patient and allow time for the vendors' reporting cycles to get into the reporting systems, just as I just mentioned a minute ago. It typically takes 3 cycles or so of net accounts reporting to build credit scores. And keep this in mind. Most merchants and major retailers do offer business credit. They just don't advertise it. They don't want you knowing about it. There's no benefit to the merchant to promote credit with no personal liability if the business owner is willing to take on that liability. Do you understand me? This is a crucial understanding of why we keep our personal liability away from our business. So they don't promote their business credit cards, and they regularly ask for a Social Security number. You don't want to hand them a Social Security number and do that, creating hard inquiries on your personal credit. Revolving accounts. After 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, we're going to look for obtaining revolving accounts in the next step. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. Okay? Revolving account approvals will begin coming from stores. Stores that you're already using. If you use a store, for example, Lowe's or Home Depot or Costco for 3 months straight, your business spend then is going to count, because when you then speak with them about acquiring business credit for and using that business credit for purchases, you've already built a relationship, established credibility, and those stores will not now ask for your Social Security number. They'll simply give you business credit. There will be no inquiries then on your personal credit. Store revolving credit must be obtained before the business owner starts getting Visa, MasterCards, Amex type cards. So revolving credit now becomes another step, as you see, in this credit, this business credit building process. Most stores will not approve a business owner for business credit unless the owner has an established credit profile and score, just like in the consumer world. That's why we don't start with revolving accounts. We start with vendors accounts. Vendor accounts must be first to establish a profile and score, then store credit can be obtained. Usually takes, as I mentioned, about 90 days or less to establish a score and profile with trade lines. Most major stores do offer business credit, including Home Depot and Lowe's. Surprise, surprise. Never heard of it before, right? It's there, and it's for you to get. It's available to you as a business owner. Office Depot and Staples, Best Buy and Walmart, Sam's Club and Costco, Amazon, Dell, and Apple. All of these stores, you may not have understood or known that they do provide business credit. Even BP, Chevron, and Racetrack. It's a great way to fill up your car that you drive every single day, but instead separate your expenditures again from personal credit. Put them on your business credit. All right. Once 10 total accounts are on the credit and an owner, that's when an owner can start. That's when we can start applying for Visa, MasterCard's, Amex type credit. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit account on the business report. This is a key point here. The highest credit limit account on the business report. So we want to have at least one of those 10 accounts with at least $10,000 as a credit limit. How do I get that right out of the gate? There's a sequence in which you move from Tier 1 all the way through Tier 8 to get and build your credit. You can ask for higher limits as you use your business credit. It's essential to keep using the credit. Keep applying for more and talk with the credit providers to raise credit limits. That's essentially how we do it. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained, usually within 6 to 12 months. That's the time period. I've moved really fast here. I think we're probably right around the 30-minute mark. I will say this. Give us a call. Go to our website or give us a call directly for a free consultation. We'll be very happy to detail with you what you need to do and in what sequence so that you can do it for yourself. We'll teach you how to build your credit for your company EIN that's not linked to your Social Security number. Get on while you're on our list, if you've already registered for this webinar, we'll give you insight into we'll give you notification of other webinars we'll be doing where we'll go even deeper into detail, and we'll have a series of these webinars available to you as you've become part of our community. Thank you so much for visiting with us today, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next webinar. Thanks, everybody.